Hey guys, I've got some more tips and tricks. This time I'm going to be talking about stamina and some things you can do to maximize it so that you don't always feel like you're running out of it. So the first thing you should do is make sure your training is set. This is a really basic thing, but it's super important because it's the best way to directly affect your actual stamina skill. So before even the first fight, you want to go into your management page and set stamina as your primary focus. I like to have movement or dashing as the secondary focus. Either one of those will help you move around quicker, which helps with stamina too, giving you more time and space to let it recover. For intensity, I like to keep it on calm for 15% max stamina reduction. Now obviously this means the stats will increase at a slower rate, but remember, if you increase the intensity, you'll have even less total stamina, so if you're struggling to keep it up in the first place, you might want to try dropping your intensity. The other thing you can do to directly affect your base stamina skill is just choosing upgrades for it when you level up. You should pretty much be taking any stamina related level up reward you get because nothing else is really as helpful. So how else can you get more out of your stamina? One way is to pay attention to your stamina regen. You see here on the armory screen, it shows you your stamina regen, and that's determined by your stamina skill and the gear you got equipped. You can also look at each piece of equipment to see how much it impacts your regen. You see when I change my gear around, the number changes. You can get pretty low into the 70s and stuff, or you can get up over 100%, so this actually matters quite a bit. In general, chest pieces and shields tend to have big stamina penalties. Some helmets and two-handers also have pretty big penalties, although usually the penalty from a two-hander is less than a one-hander and a shield together, which is one reason I like to ditch a shield and use two-handers once I've got good armor. Another thing you can do is take off your left arm piece if you've got a big shield because you don't really need it. Now I want to talk about some things you can actually do in-game to help conserve stamina. So the first thing is actually in the settings, and it really helped me. That's turning off double tap to dash. I was dashing by accident all the time with this on, which obviously wastes stamina, so if you're doing that too, then turn this off first of all. The next tip is about shields. So you see here, I depleted all my stamina and then let it regen, and the one on the left is going way faster than the one on the right. That's because your stamina regen is halved while you're holding your block with a shield. So when you're using a shield, don't always be holding it up, otherwise your stamina will take forever to come back. Interestingly, you see here blocking with your weapon, whether it's one or two-handed, doesn't affect stamina regen, so you can block as much as you want with them. Now this isn't to say don't use a shield, you know, they're still incredibly useful, but just be smart about how you're using it. Another way to keep your stamina up is to pick your spots and only attack when you really think you can deal some damage. If you've watched some of my other videos, you've seen plenty of high percentage ways to deal damage to enemies, so that's what you want to be spending stamina on. You don't really want to be wasting it bashing your weapon into shields, armor, or even another weapon. Something that can help with this is canceling attacks. So when you wind up for an attack, if you just click your block, that'll cancel the attack and you won't spend any stamina. So you can do this if you set up for an attack, but then the opponent either moves or does something else that makes you think you might not hit where you want to hit. You can also do this if you just clicked by accident and don't actually want to attack. Also, instead of blocking, you can cancel an attack and go right into another one as if you're feigning the attack. This does cost a little bit of stamina, but it allows you to get back into the attack motion quicker and you might catch your opponent by surprise. And that's that. So as always, I hope these tips can help you guys have a little more success in the arena. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching and have a good one.